He's fully right. He's fully right.
Hello and welcome to the Stats Wrap. My name is Jayden Hill and I hope you guys had a good weekend. Stay dry. It was hard to stay dry, that's for sure. Plenty of wet weather around and some low scores, and I'll get to that right now, I think. Might as well get straight into it. So obviously Mount Lofty, they played Hahndorf on the weekend at Heathfield Oval. Like I said, in wet conditions. And Mount Lofty, they were too good. They won 43-40. Obviously last time Mount Lofty defeated Hahndorf before their win in round 5 was in 2011. And well, on this occasion, like I said, Mount Lofty won with a score of 43, which was their lowest winning score against Hahndorf since round 17, 2010, the 14th of August to be exact. And then they scored 5-10-40 on that occasion, and also in round 8 in the same year, Mount Lofty scored 5-10-40 as well. That was on the 29th of May 2010, and Brad Birch actually scored 2 goals there. Going to the other fixtures as well, Nan Bremer, they defeated Mount Barker 74-22. Lobethal, they defeated Blackwood 50-25. It was Lobethal's first victory at Windy Hill in about 2 years. Uradla, they defeated Onkaparinga Valley 52-18. It was actually Uradla's lowest winning score at Uradla against Onkaparinga Valley since 2021 there as well. And I'll get to the country division shortly. I'll just go through the usual disposal winners in the Division 1. So obviously, Damon Hill, he had 29 disposals. He actually has the most tackles in the league with 62. So Sam Davis had 28 disposals, so did Peter Bampton. Nicholas Amato had 25 disposals, so did Joseph Skinner from Onkaparinga Valley. Jack Baldacera had 24 disposals. Jacob Collins and Sam Williams both had 24 disposals as well. Duncan Rogers, Blake Fidge, Sam McTaggart and Ben Salt all had 23 disposals as well. And to wrap it up, Adam Trenorden had 22 disposals, Jackson Hooper had 22, and so did Joel Parker-Bowers. Joel Parker-Bowers has the second best disposals count total for the season with 209. Samuel Callens had 21 disposals, and he has got the most disposals for the year with 236 as well. And we'll just go through to the tackles. Samuel Callens, he had the most tackles with 14. He's got a total of 59 tackles for the season, which is the second best. Thomas Worthley had 13 tackles. Elijah Rubachik laid 11 tackles, and so did Lockie Murphy as well. And with the clearances, Sam Williams has the most clearances with 68, and he had 12 on the weekend. Adam Trenorden, he had 11 clearances as well. Nicholas Amato, Damon Hill, and Jackson Hooper all had 8 clearances. Sam Davis, Tanner King, Lockie Murphy, and Samuel Callens were all effective around the stoppages, and they had 7 clearances as well. And I tell you what, Sam Zevenboom, he had a good game in the ruck. He had 60 hit-outs against Lobethal in the trying conditions as well. He's got the third most hit-outs for the season with 269. Tom Jones had 49 hit-outs on the weekend. He was first best for Onkaparinga Valley in his first year at the kennel. He's got 327 hit-outs for the season. And the most hit-outs for the season so far is Jesse Landers with 344, and he had 34 on the weekend against Mount Lofty. So there you go. I'm just looking at team stats now. So with the marks, it was interesting as well with the marking count, because obviously wet weather, not as many marks. Just to show you how wet it was on the weekend, Nan had 22 marks on the weekend, and in the last game, in round 7, they had 60. So that's a differential of 38 marks there. Lobethal had 28 marks, and Blackwood had the most marks with 33 for round 8. And then we're just looking at kicks as well. Mount Lofty had the most kicks this week with 174, but Nan Bremer had the best kicking efficiency. Pretty good effort, 69.6 as well. Pretty good effort in the wet weather. So there is the team stats, and just a stat I worked out before as well. So obviously it was low scoring on the weekend, and there was some low scoring wins. So obviously, like I said, Mount Lofty, they scored 43 points, which was a really low winning score. So I added them all up. So obviously 43 plus 74, which was Nan's winning score. 50 was Lopez's winning score. And 52 was Urela's winning score. So that combined 219 points. So 54.75 points there was the average winning score, which is the lowest of the year as well. And obviously Mount Lofty's winning score of 43 was actually the lowest winning score in a Div 1 game since the grand final last year, where Harndorf scored 32 points. We'll be back shortly, and we'll just do some sponsor announcements now.
Here's footy right. Here's footy right.
All right, Hills Footy Media would like to thank the sponsors. Very supportive for the season of 2025. Of course, Work Locker, Mount Barker, the naming rights sponsor of the HFL. Harcourt, Adelaide Hills, Mount Barker Ford, Print, Rat Pack, Lowe's, Meat Co.
On your buckets.
Also like to thank Sports Power and the Courier, fantastic sponsors there. Lancaster's Property Services, and of course Mortgage Choice, Adelaide Hills, with the great man Matt Adam providing the caravan. Jayden.
I also like to thank Lil Hendon Landscape and Firewood, Refuel Wellness, and painted wine barrels and signs as well, and Explorer Caravan.
And of course Adelaide Hills Lawn and Gardens, Tomo.
Yes, and APC, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. My Colour Fast Painters, we just talked about that.
Colour
That's
Fast
Midge,
Painters.
what a ripper. And Hills Collide and 24 Fit.
And JMS Rural.
And Kiwanis Charity Bookshop in Mount Barker.
Judging by that performance, I think we need to get an optician to help us out.
Specsavers.
Thank you very much for the call of the wild and all our supporters.
Here's footy right. Here's footy right.
Welcome back to the Stats Wrap. Just go through some country division stats now. So obviously firstly with the results on the weekend, Macclesfield, they defeated Achunga for the first time since 2005. So well done to the Bloods there in what was wet conditions. Myself, Benny Goldfinch and Jeff Pistola were there. It was an interesting game, but really high quality game in the conditions as well, I must say. So Macclesfield 4-14-38 defeated Achunga 1-6-12. Kersbrook, they went down to Kangarilla on their home deck. It's back-to-back wins now for Kangarilla at Kersbrook against the Brookers. So Kangarilla 4-15-39 defeated Kersbrook 4-8-32. Meadows had a big victory over Torrens Valley, 23-18, 156 to Torrens Valley 1-8. And then Gumaraka, they defeated Birdwood in a close contest, 10-10-70 to 9-8-62. And Matt Borg from Gumaraka, he scored 4 goals, which was the most by any player of the round for both competitions. So well done to him, and like I said, in the wet conditions as well. So obviously that puts Macclesfield remain on top of the ladder, obviously defeating Achunga in the top of the table clash, and Kangarilla now they go to second on the table with that win over Kersbrook. So like I did with the Division 1 with the lowest scores and lowest victory scores as well. So obviously Macclesfield won with a score of 38, Kangarilla won with a score of 39. So obviously added them up, along with Meadows' winning score of 156 and Gumracker's winning score of 70. That adds up to 303, and 75.7 points was the average winning score from the weekend, which is the lowest of the year as well. So like I said, it just proves how wet it was on the weekend. I'll just go through the leading goal kickers in the country division as well. So Blake Carter's got 38 goals. He was held goalless on the weekend. Tyler Searle's got 23 goals. And Ethan Cass from Kersbrook, the former Onkaparinga Valley Bulldog, he's got 21 goals this season. So they're the top 3 goal kickers. Tyler Virgo from Kangarilla, Riley O'Shea from Torrens Valley, and Caleb Watson from Torrens Valley. Jake Tobin and also Jack Parker and Brendan Hillier, they've all been in the best players on 6 occasions this season as well. So those players are having great seasons for their respective clubs. So we'll just go through the fixtures now this week for the country Division firstly, and then I'll go through the Division 1 fixtures as well. So, Kersbrook take on Gumaraka. That was a nail-biting clash last time, with Gumaraka winning by a goal after the siren in round 1. Birdwood take on Kangarilla, and tell you what, it was a high-scoring affair last time. Kangarilla won 115 to 96. Meadows take on Macclesfield. That should be an interesting encounter. And Torrens Valley take on Echunga. So I've got some stats here about Torrens Valley versing Echunga. So it's the first time since 2017 Torrens Valley will be playing Echunga that obviously was in Division 1 in round 18. It's actually the first time since round 9, 2015, the 13th of June, so over 10 years ago now, that Echunga are playing at Mount Torrens against Torrens Valley. The last time in Country Division these two teams played against each other was actually the grand final in 2010, where Torrens Valley won 123 to 68. So there's the fixtures there and some stats about the upcoming games in Country Division. And to conclude now with Division 1 fixtures, Harndorf, they play Nan Bremer. Obviously Nan are going for their first minor round victory at Harndorf. Onkaparinga take on Blackwood. Blackwood are actually going for their first win against Onkaparinga Valley at Bauhanna since 2022. Mount Barker, they face Mount Lofty, and Lothal take on Uradla. And myself, Matt Thomas, Benny Goldfinch, and Jeff Pistola and the crew will be there at the Valley of Praise on Saturday. That should be a cracking encounter. The last time these two teams played, there was a whopping 32 goals scored, with Lothal getting over the line 110 to 102. So hopefully the weather stays away and it's a high scoring affair. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed the stats wrap. Make sure you watch our good content on Call of the Wild, and hope everyone has a good weekend of footy. Have a good one.
His footy ride.